knows about the grind, bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again.
I'm your huckleberry.
Are you kidding me?
Dun, da, da, da. Good afternoon, Nasties. How you doing? Hope you enjoyed your lunch. The oil stream. It's a good show. Welcome to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk, of course, presented by Play Alberta, coming to you live from the William Huff Studios. It's Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Zach Kubish with you here today on Hump Day. And an Edmonton Oilers team that's rolling pretty well right now after two straight wins on the road against two very good teams. And we'll break it all down here. Of course, we have Hernan's roll coming up. Screw it, let's do a parlay. We also are going to go around the world of sports. A lot of cool stuff happened last night. Looking ahead to today's action as well. And we have Sam Nessler from DLLS Stars who will join us to tee up Dallas Stars coming off a 2-1 win last night against the Vegas Golden Knights. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat. River Korean Box 780-218-9999 is back in action. So if you're not on YouTube, if you're listening on iHeart or TuneIn Radio app, send us messages there and slam that thumbs up. Let's get to 100. Joaquin, how was your afternoon?
It's good. Twitter Mary brought by cake and treats. Yeah.
Nice.
Didn't want to try my lunch that I prepared, but that's fine.
What did you prepare?
I prepared a pasta dish.
Nice.
And then Coob was circling it like a great white, seeing what was going on.
Of course he was.
Hey, what's up with the attire today?
Oh, I got to go do some running around after like moving stuff, so I want it to be like comfortable.
You look like a high school gym teacher.
I'm wearing the matching sweats.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna go run through pylons or something, or go play some dodgeball here.
Well,
if you had a whistle right now, it would be perfect.
Well, you know I'm a runner, right? So
that's not a running outfit. That's
after you run, though.
Really? You put that on after you run?
Well, this was like, but when I played in a mini World Cup before, this was our tracksuit.
Oh,
really
okay.
old though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I see the faded patch and stuff. Reliving former glory.
Coach,
yes, Mr. Salas.
Coach Salas in the house.
That's good.
Yeah, I was getting ready today, and I'm like, I want to be comfortable. I'm going in my sweatsuit.
Okay, maybe we have to have a tracksuit day then.
Well, the only one that appreciates when I wear sweats is Dusty. He's always like, cool sweats, man.
Yeah, Dusty. Does Dusty own jeans?
That's a good question. I don't think I've seen him in
I've
jeans.
never seen him in jeans. Always in...
well, same with LTE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. But, I mean, we got up for a week. I put jeans on. There is a easiness to throwing on the sweats. Tommy's in, like, designer joggers, though, right?
It's like Gucci tracksuit.
Yeah.
He would never wear Adidas or Nike.
No. It's Uniqlo and what's it? Lulu,
yeah.
What's the Aloe? Is he wearing the Aloe stuff?
Because those are just bougie. Like they're not actual. You don't wear those after
you
the
don't
gym.
want to sweat in them.
No,
of course.
Max Bezuza says Hernan looks like he's gonna make me run laps.
I got to get you a whistle. Can we get someone drop by a whistle for her?
Oh, that'd be great, eh?
Everybody in. What are we doing in gym class today?
Dodgeball.
You're pulling in the VCR and sleeping because you're hungover for sure.
What was your favorite, like when you went to gym class, what was your, like when the teacher said, we're doing this, and you were just like, yes. What was it?
Floor hockey. Just dominated. Because you'd have those, remember those old, they were shorter sticks, but they were plastic, and the little, the plastic puck that was really light, but you could just rip that thing with a wrist shot and let it sail like a Frisbee. Yeah. I would be ripping that thing. Have like 20 goals in a game. That's right. Suck it.
Yeah, it was great.
I felt bad though. One time, what was her name? I think her name was Sheena. She had the puck and I turned and I slashed her. I didn't realize I did it. It was like grade 4. Well, I didn't feel bad at the time, but then she came up to me like the next day and showed me her leg, and it was like massive bruise. I'm so sorry.
I think it's got to be floor hockey.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know what? In the summer, not in the summer because you're not in school, but you know what I mean. When there's no snow on the ground, we used to play. It'd be 2-on-2, and you'd make a little field, and you'd play soccer, but with a tennis ball.
Oh, really?
It was very weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, but it was like at St. Richard's in Mill Woods. That was the game of choice, my friend.
Man, grade 6 and 7, recess and lunch. I still remember. I was in grade 6, and we played the grade 7s outside in Florida or ball hockey.
Yeah,
and we were up 3-0 because we played. Like recess was a game and lunch was an hour game. Like we played till the end, you won, and we did a 7-game series, and it went to 7, and the grade 7s won. It's one of the most crushing defeats I've ever experienced in my lifetime.
Andy Z says ran riot with those illegal stick curves. Oh yeah, remember the red and yellow ones?
But I thought bending them would be good. Just a slight bend, almost like if you ever saw Al McInnes' stick, it was essentially a 7-iron, and if you had that on there, you could really like use that whip of that stick. A lot of times, guys, because I played on the school team, and we put like wooden broomstick handles in through the shaft to stiffen them up so we could cross-check and stuff like that. Because it would just go wah, but with that wood in there, you could really cross-check someone, and they go, "Ow, it hurts." They go, "What? It's just a plastic stick. How can it hurt that bad?"
What was the worst for you in gym class?
When I went to Notre Dame, then we had to actually learn about the physiology of the body. That sucked because I just wanted to go run around and kick the balls, right?
I think volleyball I sucked at volleyball.
Oh, did you ever do like square dancing?
Oh yeah,
yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
Even though secretly I like to dance, I was like, I don't want to do this. Right
yeah, no one. I couldn't. That was terrible.
I was like that guy in Dazed and Confused when he's like, I just want to dance.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, gym was my favorite. That's for sure.
Yeah, because I didn't mind shooting hoops, playing some football. I didn't mind dodgeball.
Yeah, the old dodgeball.
Dodgeball was fun.
A lot of the new kids don't know.
Squat.
The sound of a dodgeball. That hard plastic hitting you in the face.
Yeah.
Leaving a mark.
You never experienced that.
We played I was in the crossover period where they all changed to the foam balls.
Yeah.
And the foam balls suck. You could get good grip on it, but when you whip it, it goes in the wrong way. Like it's like a curveball. You can't hit your target.
Yeah.
And you got to feel some pain sometimes, right? No pain, no gain. There was some variations too of dodgeball. Like you'd play the regular version, but there was like prison dodgeball where there was benches at the back of the gym.
Prison dodgeball.
So you'd get in jail dodgeball, I think they called it. Whatever. You would get hit, and instead of sitting out for the entire round, you'd go stand on a bench out back, and your teammate would have to throw a ball over to you, so somebody could block in front. There's some good variations of that game.
Yeah, it's just a different time. No phones, no tablets.
Great.
No computer action. You just went outside and played sports, man. It was beautiful. Boob, I wish you would have seen that.
Well, I like to play sports a little bit. We played soccer a lot in grade 6 gym class, and my teacher came up to me and she was like, I might have to give you a fail. This might be the first time I'd ever have to fail somebody for gym class because I just sit and pick grass the entire time.
That does not surprise me. You know what I hated though? When you had to wrestle too.
Oh.
Very uncomfortable.
I don't think we ever wrestled.
We did wrestling. It was terrible.
Really?
French leg wrestling at all? No.
Because I got beat up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would be one of those kids that brought a knife to school.
Well, I had a knife, but I didn't have it.
Didn't fit in those gym shorts?
We grew up in Mill Woods, man.
Yeah, those. Well, we had actually uniforms to wear for gym.
Really?
At private school, yeah.
So when we were in gym, the style was the Fab Five. Remember?
Oh yeah, long shorts.
So everybody was wearing the long shorts.
Yeah, not me, man. It was 76 Lakers. You had to tuck it in.
And Max Mizuzu brings up a good, because back then I would style my hair like to the T, right? Because you're young and all that, and I hated gym because then it.
Oh, it go poof,
I was like, damn it!
Didn't want you'd feel the sweat coming on. I can't sweat.
Yeah. Wait. I'm sweating. Sub. Yeah, you couldn't, because especially if you had gym in the morning, it was the worst, and then your hair was a disaster.
When I went to Notre Dame too, it was fun because then in gym we did. We never had access in public schools in Vancouver, but we'd play like broom ball. Like we'd go out and play broom ball, and we actually there was a curling rink, and we would go and curl sometimes too.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it was a good time. Very good time. I'm just trying.
All that from your outfit today.
Well, I just thought it was a normal tracksuit I was wearing.
Just that patch is all like.
I know. You should see the back. Look.
That's that's good.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Oh, what was your favorite sport in gym class? What was your worst? Send those in. 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree inbox. Of course, presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their Tap 25 restaurant where the entire menu is 50% off 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. Okay, we've delayed it long enough. Joaquin, impressive win for the Edmonton Oilers last night. 32 seconds in, you're like, uh-oh, what's going on? They score right away. But the Oilers were able to kind of survive that first period. I thought Colorado was a little bit better. They get out of it 2-2 on a bad giveaway by the Avs. Draisaitl jumps in it, finds Roslovic. And for the rest of the game, I thought the Oilers were right there, toe-to-toe. Obviously, we're going to get to what happened with MacKinnon and the goaltending. But overall, Joaquin, we both had a feeling the Oilers were going to come up with a good effort. But, I mean, there's nothing to complain about after these two games.
I said yes. I just had a feeling after. I think the Vegas game was a catalyst. I know they allowed the goal first, and Colorado was pushing a little bit. They were playing quick, but I felt like the Oilers were going to win for some weird reason. And then the goals that they scored, two really highly skilled plays on both of them. Right. And I'm just like, wow, it's they look good. I Connor, like hit the net, screwed up my parlay. But other than that, no, it was a tidy, hard nose, like I would say very mature game from the Oilers. I don't know, man. We'll see if I'm right here, but so far I'm usually not wrong. But I said it. I said they're going to start rolling now for some reason. I think they're going to win tomorrow night, and they're going to roll this whole road trip here.
Yeah, I'm very confident for tomorrow, Joaquin. And we'll get into that, of course, right? We got Sam Nessler coming up. But Dallas is doing this without Hintz, Rantanen, Sagan, Faxa. Like, they're doing well. Same thing with Colorado. I mean, they're a different team they're still really good right now, but with Landeskog and Terry Lekin, it's a different animal, right? But
I don't think it would have made a difference, to tell you the truth. Like, even though they had those players out, I do not think that changes the score.
Because when the Oilers tied it at 1, I said, okay, this is not a blowout. The Oilers are going to be in this nonstop. I didn't know if they were going to win at that point, but I said, this is going to be a close game.
Yeah.
It seemed that way. They were skating. They were playing well. Wallman had a few bad plays in the first
He was struggling off the hop.
Yes, but then he settled down, thankfully. And
he was, to me, Wallman, he had the blinders on, just full tunnel vision all the time, right? And then as the game went on, his vision got better, and he was able to survey the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a rough, probably 12 minutes for Wallman off the hop.
I was like, oh boy,
yikes.
Good for Frederick again. Gets in a fight, looking like the player the Oilers signed back in the summer to an 8-year deal. Good for him. I want to know where he went in the Olympic break.
Hawaii, I told you.
Was it Hawaii?
Yeah.
I gotta go there, man. We all gotta go there if you need a reset.
Probably just he's maybe he's solar charged, right? Look, it makes sense, right? He goes to Hawaii, gets a ton of sun. He's kind of like Superman. Stays out in the sun, gets the solar panels charged. Now it's sunny out again.
Yeah.
It was so dark here in the winter.
Yeah.
That maybe it's just the sunlight.
Good for him. Good for the Oilers, man. They need that. All right, let's get to the elephant in the room. As Let's get to the MacKinnon on Ingram play here, Joaquin. Coop, if you can get my stuff ready here, buddy. Appreciate you. And we're just going to run through it. Joaquin, you're the former goaltender. I want to get your thoughts. I heard Tuukka Rask, heard a lot of former NHLers chiming in on this, heard Belzy today, and I like what Belzy had to say. But again, I kind of said my piece on Oilstream, but if you missed it, the gist of it was, for me, Joaquin, I thought it was a penalty. I don't think it was a 5. I think Darnell Nurse impact creates a bigger impact and I put it like this. It's a guy trying to score a goal at full speed, going to the net, a defenseman trying to stop him. They collide, and it's a perfect storm that Connor Ingram gets stuck in.
Yeah.
Right? So, again, I do think it was a penalty. I just don't think it was a 5. Joaquin, I want to get your thoughts. Let's roll it, Coop. And just tell me where you want me to slow it down, anything like that. Here, we'll start it again.
I think there's contact with Nurse. When you look at the path that MacKinnon's taking, I do think you should be able to go into the net. Okay, to go after a puck. There's a slight bump. Look! If you look where he is there, and this is the path that he's going to hit him. If Darnell doesn't hit him, he probably doesn't touch him, right? Because he's far enough away.
Or at worst, he hits like his blocker arm.
Yeah. But the whole thing is, buddy, if he scores, if he puts this puck in, there's no penalty. There's nothing.
That's a good point too. Yeah.
So, that's the thing. He missed the puck. It was before he went into the crease, and then was unfortunately had to run into to Connor Ingram there. But yeah, if he taps that in, it's a goal.
Yeah.
First of all, because the puck's in before he hits Ingram. Like, boom, it would be in the net there, and he hasn't even touched him yet. So it's funny to me. I don't know what the call would have been. Would have been, how do you call goaltender interference when the play is kind of officially dead at that point, right? So it's a weird play. It's not a 5.
No.
That's what I was shocked that it was a 5. I know sometimes you should probably take into consideration the health of the player. The fact that Ingram was bleeding, only a couple times have I been hit hard enough with my mask on to get cut. And I think it was only Jason Arnott did. No. Yeah, Jason Arnott did it once in practice. It ran into me. I think one more time, but it's like a pressure cut, right? Because you're hit so hard that your skin actually splits from the pressure. It takes a long time to heal too.
So, Joaquin, the line there, that's his lane right there. Right?
Yeah,
and like I said, he's probably still making contact, maybe not at the head, but he's hitting. But the pushback by Nurse, just trying to defend. He's trying to defend. He's not trying to put him into his own goaltender. It nudges him enough where he goes in full impact on Connor Ingram, right? So I think it's fair to, if people think it's, for me, it's a penalty, but it wasn't a 5 in a game.
And I don't MacKinnon was again, the goal would have been scored with him outside the crease, right? And Noodles said it well this morning, saying you have to allow the crease is the goaltender's domain, right? They should be safe. You shouldn't have to deal with guys going full speed and going through the crease and hitting you. That's kind of your area. But again, you can see even Nurse got popped pretty good by MacKinnon here too.
Because you're saying players, they can go on top of the crease.
Well, you should. I'm a firm believer you should be able to go into the crease if there's a puck there, though, too, right? But you can't impede the goaltender in trying to make the save.
I think this is the best picture because this is right before Nurse contacts him.
Yeah, so right here he's fine, right? And even it's weird how he even hits Ingram at this point, right? But no, I just find it funny that if MacKinnon scores, there's no penalty, there's nothing after this, but because he doesn't score, it's a 5-minute major.
Because on All Street, some people were sending in saying Nurse didn't mess with his trajectory. It did, because here he's going to go. Yeah, he's going to go across the blue.
Look, and you should be able to, as long as you're not hitting the goaltender, right? But Yeah, I don't. I didn't understand the call for 5 minutes.
Cool, that's good. Yeah, so it's just, and listen, if you think it was the right call, I'm not going to sit here and argue all day about it.
I will. It wasn't. That's not 5, man.
No, because, and again, I always do this, but for Oiler fans that are just Hernan and Joaquin, you guys are so wrong. If that was McDavid on Mackenzie Blackwood with Taves chasing him, you would not think it's a 5 and a goal. You wouldn't. Let's be honest. You'd say Taves pushed him in.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying. It's a penalty 100%, but it shouldn't have been 5. And as a fan of the game, I wanted to see MacKinnon in that game.
Oh,
yeah,
I know,
of course,
yeah.
right? And there was no call on the ice initially, because even Louis was like, there's no call.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I don't know if you noticed, Joaquin, everybody was kind of chill after.
Well, MacKinnon's not a guy to run the goalie either, right? So it's a hockey play. Essentially, that's an aggressive, hard, trying to score, trying to defend hockey play. And when guys are flying at those types of speeds, unfortunately, sometimes guys get injured. That's just one of those instances.
Yeah. So and listen, people are saying MacKinnon didn't argue. Well, the call's made. He's like, what am I gonna? I can argue till I'm blue in the face. Or not. I was surprised it took him that long, but I do think the impact of the injury in the blood had something to do with it too.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That's like you have to look at the end result. What kind of I'm interested in is seeing how Ingram's doing, right? I really thought you would have still have seen him in that game because they had the period. I guess from my understanding, is they go into the black room and they sit there, they answer the questions, and then they're free to go, right? But for him to not come back, not even to the bench, that's a little concerning for the.
And that's the big story here. Like, hopefully he's not out long term. But like I said, Joaquin, I think with Connor Ingram, you take it slow because you need him for the playoffs.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's not the way you want to take over, but this could be Jarry's time too. Sometimes it's really good to not have to really think about the game itself. Like you're more worried about where's my glove and helmet, you know?
Yeah.
So, and he goes in there and makes a couple big saves all right away, right? So, maybe this was again another catalyst to get Jarry going. Like he allows the goal, the Oilers fight back and they win the game. That's a huge confidence builder. All the stuff that's happened up to this, we've heard about the arguing between teammates, which happens. That's what you get when you're living right next to someone for too long. But this could be the launch pad that Jarry kind of needs just to give him a little bit of a jolt. Because
he came in and he was kind of scrambly, but he made 2 good saves right off the hop.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like that's when you don't. Sometimes the great line from Bull Durham: "Don't think, meat, just throw."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what it takes. The brain can be your worst enemy at times. Trust me.
Yeah. So I guess we both agree. It's a 2-minute, not a 5. Yeah. Okay. What it is. And I think that's what the general consensus is when I saw on socials and after the game and post game and written articles and all that, a lot of people thought it was a 2-minute, not a 5-minute. And we move on. Hopefully Connor Ingram's good to go. If he does have to miss some time, just hopefully it's not too long. But there's faith in Calvin Pickard. I mean, this guy has been in the NHL for the last 2 years.
Yeah, baby.
Nothing's going to surprise him. So it's going to be him and Tristan Jarry. We're assuming here, maybe for the next game or two. Hopefully,
there hasn't been word of
nothing yet. Because Emberson was hurt and Colton Dach was hurt as well. So
probably Stastny in.
And Enrique's hurt too, so you might have to call up a forward here as well. So it's a travel day for the Edmonton Oilers. We might get news later or tomorrow morning ahead of their game with Dallas. Okay, coming up next, we'll continue to break down the Edmonton Oilers game, a 4-3 hin over the Colorado Avalanche. Hernan's World at 140. Don't go anywhere. Hit that slam that thumbs up or hit the thumbs up, whatever you like.
Let's click the thumbs
up. Click the thumbs up.
Break your people's computers here.
River Korean box 780-218-9999 and hit us up on the Nasty Chat. We're back after the break.
Hockey hooky for the Oil Kings. Edmonton leading 6-1 over Wenatchee. About 3 minutes left in the third period. Lucas Sachin leads the Oil Kings with 3 points in the contest. And there's a pair of games in the NHL. The Habs and Senators meet from the nation's capital. Montreal on a 2-game win streak. Ottawa eyeing 4 straight victories. Jacob Fowler starts for the Habs. Elsewhere, the Capitals and Flyers battle, both teams fighting for a better spot in the Metro Division. Philly 2 points back of Washington with 2 games in hand. From Utah, Nick Schmaltz has signed an 8x8 contract extension worth $64 million to stay with the Mammoth. And staying down south, NFL Network reporting that 28-year-old Daniel Jones will make history, signing the largest 2-year deal in league history, inking an $88 million extension with the Colts. In baseball, bases loaded for Canada. Runless game against Cuba. Top of the first, 2 outs for the red and white, and Canada must win this one to clinch a spot in the World Baseball Classic quarter final. Court leveled, 6 games around the association. The Raptors butt heads with the Pelicans down in Louisiana following a loss to Houston last night. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc, they're the experts you need to know. The conversation continues following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Darren Dreger.
Edmonton had interest in Nick Waugh, and the package that ended up going to the Chicago Blackhawks, Mangiapane the first, all of that. The critics of Tree Living in Toronto were like, well, why didn't you get involved in that? Well, there were discussions, there was interest. The problem is that Stan Moman rightly had Jason Dickinson higher up his list of wanted players than Nicholas Waugh.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You know the saying, April showers bring May flowers, but really May brings you...
Mom, I'm home from university.
Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Affordable, convenient, and Canadian storage solutions. Try 4 weeks free, plus students save 10% on continued rental. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
We're back here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas rolling along like the Oilers are. They're hot right now. Playing some good hockey, Joaquin. Can they keep it up?
Wouldn't it be funny if after the past 2 years that they this is the team that does it?
It would, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, you know, it's not out of the realm of possibility. They just
with Connor Ingram and
they just beat the Avalanche and they looked good doing it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
And it wasn't like the Avs threw in the towel. They were trying really hard to win that game.
They almost tied it. That's some good looks. That Noticias, man, what a player.
Who would you rather have, Rantanen or Noticias?
I still pick Rantanen. The Moose.
Yeah.
He's really good.
I think it fit better for that power play too, having that big bomb on that side with his skill set.
Yeah.
Because that's two righties. But I mean, they scored a power play goal last night, right?
Yep.
Their first goal or the second goal.
Yep.
So they're hovering around. In the last 6 games, how many power plays did they get?
They
had 3.
Maybe.
Scored on 1. So they're hovering around 30% over the past 6-7 games.
Yeah, I think Jack said it on the broadcast. They were 5 for 15 or something.
Yeah, because they were 4 for 14, right? So so it's like it's not bad, but you always take things from other power plays and things like that. And I know there's 2 lefties with obviously Leon and Connor, and they've done well.
Mm-hmm.
Although MacKinnon and Noticias hasn't played at the length of time as Connor and Leon, but he did with Rantanen. He's got that chemistry a little bit formed more. I just thought it's kind of useless to have MacKinnon, excuse me, just sitting down in the corner or just below, because Connor he doesn't really have a position.
Yeah,
he just he's the rover. I think MacKinnon, his skill set allows him to be a rover a little bit more.
It does too. And our guest Evan Roal yesterday said that they've kind of moved him.
Oh, I know. Yeah, they moved him to the bumper down low, right? And I do. There's a thing I
know who that is.
I like MacKinnon in that position when he does start moving and stuff, because his shot is lethal. Like when Connor does it, you're not too worried about him shooting. If he is, it's kind of it's a blueberry muffin sometimes. But MacKinnon launches heat.
Oh, because even the power play they got without MacKinnon looked pretty good.
I know. Yeah.
So
not that Connor doesn't shoot the puck hard, but he could be way more of a threat if he launched it a little bit more.
Everybody wants a poll on whether it's 2 or 5. Why? You're all Oiler fans. It's going to be 5.
They won.
Yeah, let's get over it. It's done. We'll wait status on Connor McDavid, but a poll to know if it's 2 or 5. Unless you're willing to take off the Oiler glasses, there's really no point, because it'll be 100% for 5-minute major.
Why would it be a 5? Is it just the blood?
Because it was a head injury.
But when it's different though. A goalie's down on his knees, a guy's coming through. There's no intent to hit him in the head. Usually. There wasn't in that case. And if Nurse doesn't hit him, he doesn't touch Ingram at all. So
I love Dave the Weather. It should have been 4 minutes. Oh, that's a good one.
Split it down the middle, 2.5.
I guess it could have been.
Double minor?
He drew blood, double minor.
Yeah.
That's honestly what I thought on the play, though. Like, you draw blood on somebody.
But it's usually a stick, a high stick that does it, right?
Yeah. I just, what, Joaquin, here in Edmonton, we live in everything is Edmonton Oilers. When they win, it's praise, and we're like, man, this team can really do it again, go all the way to the Stanley Cup final. When they lose, it's like, what are we going to do with this team? Who we trading, who we firing? But there was, and listen, I know it was on the power play, the winning goal, but it's just seeing that power play goal. I think for Oiler fans, it's just like when you have these 2 guys, anything's possible.
Yeah.
Let's roll it, Coop, please. It was just like just watching this goal at home, I was just in awe. It was just, Bouchard on the point to the half wall. Now McDavid's just down before the goal line. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard with a shot goes wide. And just right here, Joaquin. Are you freaking kidding me? The spinorama, the kick to this, Draisaitl with the puck in his skates, kicks it to his stick, finds McDavid. It's just
the recognition again. Sometimes your greatest strength can be your greatest weakness too, right? Yeah. Connor's sniffing big time. But he recognizes what play is really going to work here.
Yeah.
Right? So this puck comes to me. I'm spinning off this guy going to the net. He's thinking about this, right? Way before.
Yeah.
Way before he knows what he's doing. That's what makes him so great, is those natural offensive instincts, right? He knew what he was doing right when Leon got that puck. And Leon does a great job of placing it perfectly where Connor doesn't have to do anything but shoot it.
It's just, I saw this last night and I was like, this is why Oilers fans have so much hope, because it's just, these guys are brilliant.
You know what? Bush made a few unbelievable passes. That one that he sent, I believe it was, there was a 3-on-2 and you're kind of going, guys, you got to get a shot here. And all of a sudden, Bush let her go, and then he threads it to Hyman to give him basically an 8-foot breakaway. I was just like, gosh, these guys really recognize everything. And that's McDavid on 2 Olympians.
Yeah.
Well, probably 4 Olympians if they're, I don't know who the other, 4 Olympians are out there. If Nikushkin, he's Russian, he'd be if Russia was allowed in the Olympics.
Man, Nishushkin was great last.
They're good, man.
Good player, but yeah, just that goal. That's why that's why I guess we want so much from this team, Joaquin, because we know it's there. You know what I mean? And and the Oilers for years have been the best power play, but it's part of the game. They take advantage of it more than any other team. They're brilliant on it. Don't take penalties against the Oilers because it will cost you. But just those 2 guys, it's just, and I love, if you look at the screen, I love Hyman just by the post.
Just the big backboard, Yeah.
I love it, man. Just throw the puck at me. It's going to go in. Don't worry.
He looks like a mannequin in Ice District right now.
Oh boy!
But he's the back, like he's there because if it goes wide, it hits him, right? And he just bangs it in. It's perfect.
It's just beautiful. Highlights, lowlights. I thought I'd show the winning goal. It's just such a brilliant play. It's just unreal.
That's what you have to give the Edmonton Oilers a little bit more. I think you got to be a little bit more hopeful with them because of the power play. We were talking yesterday how games are won and lost on the power play in the playoffs, and not that Avalanche, their overall for the season is bad, not over the last little bit, but they got to make sure it's consistent, because you don't want to get in. You're going to get into games like last where they're 1-goal games. Yeah, and the Edmonton Oilers power play was the difference overall, right? And you went up against a PK that was, I think it was 83%.
Yeah, a top 3 in the league,
and you got 2. That's crazy. Yeah, so they won the special 5-on-5. I didn't mind the Oilers 5-on-5. The Avs were good too. There was push back and forth.
It's 2 good offensive teams, right? So
and the Avs they do kill a 5-minuter too. That was crazy.
Yeah, they do.
What a game.
Yeah, Oilers went 2 for 4 on the power play on the PK. They killed 2 out of 3. If obviously we talked about it, Ingram left the game. Emberson left the game. Only played about 11 minutes, and then Colton Dach left early after throwing a hit.
That's not good, man. I don't. Emberson scares me a little bit.
Yeah,
I think he might be out for a couple weeks here.
Well, Smitty the Welder threw it in there that the Oilers can't call up anybody due to cap space. Because Szymanski, isn't he on emergency recall already?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Got to dive into Puckpedia here. Maybe ask Hart at Puckpedia what the Oilers can do here. Because they have Stastny on the roster. So they might have to go 11 and might be 11 and 6, right? Well, let's just hope. Again, no status after the game on either player, so we don't really know what's going on with these guys. But obviously, if they didn't finish the game, one would assume they might be out tomorrow. So let's just wait and see what Stan Bowman has up his sleeve here in terms of cap, in terms of calling out players, even if he can. So we'll wait and see on that. Hopefully Enrique's ready to go too, right? He could be. He's with the team, so maybe,
is he?
Maybe he'll just tough it out in there, because I think he blocked a shot in that Canes game that put him out. So we'll go with we'll just have to wait and see on that. Hopefully Lazar's all right. Yeah, but he's still a few weeks. I think that was mentioned when he got hurt. 4 weeks, something like that.
What'd they say?
I think it was at least 4 weeks.
It's just Dach, undisclosed, left Tuesday's game. Yeah. That's it.
Upper body for sure, because it was off a hit, right?
I think it was lower. It's lower body.
Oh,
to tell you the truth. Because, you usually hunch over, but if you hunch over and you're kind of grabbing up top, it's upper body. But if you're hunched over and you're kind of looking like you're in the fetal position, that tells me it's kind of like hip, groin, hip flexor.
Yeah.
That area.
Like always, we're coming to you live from the William Huff Studios here in the west side of the city. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout. 780-454-4536. Up next, it's Hernan Salas. We're going to talk about a big moment yesterday in the world of sports, specifically in the NBA. Our boy Dusty, he saw Adam Sandler and Vince Vaughn and who are the other ones he saw? Across from him, but no LeBron in the game, which hopefully he plays tomorrow so our boy can watch his hero at least play once. If not, he's not coming home.
I just, someone mentioned if LeBron doesn't play, he's going to be back on Monday ripping the NBA.
And of course, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Play Alberta is your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Hernan's World on the other side of the break here on EST Afternoons. Don't go anywhere. Almost at 50 thumbs up, so a really good start. Try to get to 100 here before the 3 o'clock hour. Of course, Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming up from 3 to 6. Hernan's World on the other side of the break. Here's Scoop Sports Update.
Just 2 games in the NHL tonight. The Habs and Senators meet from Ottawa. Montreal on a 2-game win streak. Ottawa eyeing 4 straight victories. Jacob Fowler will start for the Habs, else for the Capitals. And Flyers battle both teams fighting for a better spot in the Metropolitan Division. Philly 2 points back of Washington with 2 games in hand. From Utah, Nick Schmaltz has signed a 8x8 contract extension worth $64 million total to stay with the Mammoth. The 30-year-old has 24 goals, 59 points in 65 games this season. Staying down south, NFL Network reporting 28-year-old Daniel Jones will make history signing the largest 2-year deal in NFL history, inking an $88 million contract extension with the Colts. In baseball, it's runless midway through the second inning between Canada and Cuba. Cuba to the plate now with both squads 2-1 and Pool A entering play today. Canada must win today to clinch a spot in the World Baseball Classic quarter final. Core level 6 games in the NBA. Raptors butting heads with the Pelicans down south following a loss to Houston last night. It's the Rockets in action today as well, tipping off with the Nuggets, while the Clippers and T-Wolves close out the night. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at Capital Care Foundation.net. Hernan's World up next here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
This is Tua and Penix meeting for the first time in like the trainer's room, which is like an infirmary and all of that.
That's Forrest Gump.
That's Forrest Gump.
That's when he's in the hospital with Lieutenant Dan.
That's right.
The 2026 Falcons QB room. One guy's 1 concussion away from permanent brain damage. The other one 2 knee injuries away from 2 complete leg replacements.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. Hi, it's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
We're back here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Zach Kubish with you. Dave in Section T. Anyone else find it hilarious that Dusty goes to LA on quest to find LeBron while Reed stays home and Shaq comes to him?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
E-Town Beatdown says, I'm an Oiler fan. I said it should have been 2. This one says, no way. I'm an Oil fan. No chance it was a major. Real fans shouldn't understand the game. Should understand the game and be realistic with the rules. So 2 fans. Let's go.
Really?
This one says, Hernan and I could agree about the penalty being 2 minutes, but I'll disagree with Nurse contact affecting the trajectory. Nurse was hit on the head. One isn't going to affect a bull like MacKinnon. Keep the messages coming to the River Korean Box 780-218-9999. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat and slam that thumbs up. Let's get to Hernan's World. For the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Shake off the rust and get ready for golf season at the Garrison. Pay your membership in full or set up a payment plan before March 31st and score an early bird gift. Choose 4 green fee passes for family or friends, 2 green fees plus range balls or 20 large buckets on the range. Bring your crew, groove your swing, and start the season strong. Early bird gifts end March 31st only at the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Golf and Curling Club. Visit EGMGolf.com for more details. Okay, Joaquin. So I don't know if you saw this, but yesterday, bam! Adebayo records the second highest scoring game in NBA history with 83 points.
Whoa!
83!
Pass the ball.
Beating Kobe, just behind Wilt. But unbelievable. Like, this was, I could not believe it. We'll get into a little bit more of the numbers in Noticias, Joaquin.
Mm-hmm.
But is there, when you look at records around the world of sports, we're going to talk about records that are unbreakable and maybe some records that can be beat. When it comes to hockey, because I know you're more of a hockey guy, we saw Ovechkin beat Wayne Gretzky. Is there another one on the horizon here that can be beat?
I don't know.
Like, no one's ever going to beat the career points of Connor. I mean, of Wayne Gretzky. 28-57. 28-57?
If he plays for another 20 years.
If he goes full LeBron?
Yeah.
Plays till he's 50?
What's Gretzky's assists record? 18? How many assists did he have?
He had Oh, shoot. I thought I had the number here. No. He would lead. If he didn't have a single goal, he would still
I know, he would still.
lead, right?
1963.
1962. That's right.
So, yeah, that I don't. Those aren't touched. There's that, and Gretzky's always said that, right? Like those are the two records that will probably withstand the test of time over a career. Is the point total and the 50 and 39. Those are untouchable, I would think.
50 and 39, yeah. In this day and age, there's no way.
Like you would need. It would be such a unique skill set to have that. Like you would need the ultimate playmaker, passer, with the purest of the pure goal scorer, right?
Yeah.
Another question would be, what would be that duo? Because Gretzky had Curry, right? So, but Gretzky was more of a setup man. For him to score 50 goals is absolutely nuts.
I mean, didn't Draisaitl go on a stretch for a bit to start a season a couple of years ago or a few years back?
Well, yeah, and then I think it was I want to say it was Maddie that asked him. He goes, "I'm not going to score 3 goals a game." You're crazy. Like, but he was on that pace, right? He was just going nuts.
I like this one from Barbershop. He says Mario's 5 goals in 5 different ways.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
penalty shot, shorthanded, power play, 5-on-5.
What was the last
overtime? Or no, not overtime.
Barbershop, let us know the 5 or the 5th.
Penalty shot,
shorthanded, power play,
even strength.
What would the other one be? 4 and 4?
I don't know.
Even strength, power play, shorthanded, penalty shot, empty net.
Penalty shot.
Empty net.
Empty net.
Wow. I thought you meant like slap
the
shot,
fact that
backhand.
you needed to get the empty
legs.
net too. Play some D, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I still think that could be done.
Yeah, that could be done.
Because McDavid plays power plays shorthanded. He's always out there defending the lead.
You can't hit an empty net, though.
Yeah, jeez. That's the first thing I thought when he shot it towards the
Was that why we missed last night?
No, we missed because Coop staged Thompson.
Yeah. 6 goals, couldn't get a point.
Yeah.
Tough.
That's okay.
Not really.
Okay, so I mean, 4 out of the 5 could be done, and I think I think guys like McKinnon, Connor McDavid could do it. But again, you would need that penalty shot. It's the hardest thing because you're depending on the ref to call it, right?
Yeah.
Well, he hasn't had a 5-goal game, right? He's had
Has Connor had a 5-goal
4-goal
game?
games. Let me check.
A 5 what?
5-goal game?
No. You know, I thought Connor was kind of fighting it last night.
Yeah, he looks a little like, and a lot of people are bringing up, he's not taking a lot of faceoffs. He's not shooting a lot.
I mean, he did have 2 points, and a great goal. But I just felt like he was fighting it. Like there was one shift. I think maybe it was after the goal. I don't know. He was on the bench just shaking his head, like, and he was kind of messing up a little bit.
Yeah. Do you have any records there, Coop, you think can be attainable?
Yeah, I mean, sort of relating it to Bam's 83-point game from yesterday, like Mario Lemieux is the only person to sniff 200 points in a single season. Do you think that's a record that could be sort of matched to be the second guy to reach 200 points? Because it's going to go to 84 games now. And scoring looks to be going up. Save percentage is coming down in the last few years.
What's the highest point totals we've had?
157, I think. Let me check.
Was that Connor or Kucherov?
Did Kuch have 157 points?
Someone had 100. I think it was 157 points.
Did Connor have 150 or was it just under that year? Because I know he was sniffing around there, right? Gosh, that's a lot of points.
So Connor McDavid had 153 one year in 82 games.
Yeah, in 22-23. 64 goals. That was a 64-goal season. Kucherov, 144 points, 23-24. got 100 assists in that one. And then it's MacKinnon with 140 and 23-24 as well. And that same season, McDavid had 132, also got 100 assists.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so this text comes in. 403 area code says McDavid needs 800 assists to catch Gretzky for most all time. It's crazy to say, but it could be done.
Yeah, I think he might have a chance to. But how many assists does he finish with usually average? 80? 70?
Okay, let's look at his last 5 years assists. 79, 89, 100, 74, and this year 74 and counting.
Yeah, so it was around like 80s to 90.
Can he play 12 more years?
Yeah.
Play until he's 44.
But the game will change.
Yeah. And the points will come down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he'll still be productive. I look at Crosby.
Yeah.
What's this, his 22nd year? 21st year. And he's a point-a-game guy up to this point.
Well, what about Gretzky holds the record for the most 100-point seasons? 15.
Yeah.
McDavid has 9. He can match that record.
He can match that.
I think we talked about it. Can he do 6 more?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy, that's the thing, right?
Oh, and he missed that 1 year, the 97 pointer.
Well, in his rookie season, he could have almost kissed 100 points as well.
So is this the season Crosby doesn't finish with a point a game because he's injured?
Probably. That's unfortunate.
Well, it still counts.
But if he plays
point
next
per
year
game,
and he'll still be considered a point-a-game player.
So
he has the most consecutive seasons with a point per game.
So right now
19?
he has 59 points in 56 games. So he's over a point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, 91 points last year, 94, 93. Crazy.
How about this one, boys? Do you think Tom Brady's 7 Super Bowl wins can be reached?
That's well, who's the quarterbacks that can, or I mean, any player, I guess, right?
Mahomes
you would probably think it would be a quarterback, wouldn't it be?
Patrick Mahomes?
He has 3.
Yeah.
4 more, and he's lost already a Super Bowl, right? Like he's been to 4.
Well, what about will anyone else match Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton with 7? Because I don't know, man. I was listening to Max talk. He seems like, I'd like to ask Tim Hernan this. He seems like the closest you could get to Sonny Hayes, like his outlook on racing. He just wants to drive the car.
Yeah.
You know? And it is about winning, but I think he feels like there's nothing left for him to accomplish in F1, the way he talks. He races because he likes racing. But it doesn't matter the car he's in, I don't think.
Like maybe like he's not in for it for the records.
I don't think he's into the records, the money, or anything. I think he just wants to win races.
Where would he go if he left F1?
He likes those funny cars or whatever they are, right?
In the
like he's
European.
already going to compete in the Nürburgring, that 24-hour endurance.
He's done it a few times, hasn't he?
No, this will be the first time, I think. But it's weird to do that within the F1 season, you know? But what are they going to say?
Yeah. Oh, man. This record stuff is fun. Usain Bolt's 9.63 second 100-meter dash.
That'll get beaten.
Yeah.
It's just
the way people train now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about most touchdown passes thrown in a single season? So Peyton Manning holds the record with 55 in 2013 for the Broncos. Brady second in 2007 with 50. Mahomes also had 50 in 2018 and 48 for Rodgers back in 2020.
I think that could be done.
But who's I don't think there's a generational quarterback in the NFL that's going to do that right now. Well, maybe Mahomes. I guess that's the only. Who's better than Mahomes?
No one.
I don't think so.
Allen
runs for a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe overall touchdowns in this
Maybe.
season? You just run it
What
every
are some
time?
obscure ones? Like how many hours was the last guy at cricket at bat. Like,
yeah.
24 days?
Well, I found this. Tennis, longest match, 11 hours.
Was that Nadal and Federer?
Let's see.
That was a long one.
Can you imagine 11 hours of Joaquin?
No. Running like that?
There's no chance.
They are unreal athletes.
Most NBA championships, Bill Russell, 11. I don't think that one's being
How
touched.
many does Larry Robinson have? 9?
Larry Robinson.
Because he has a couple with the Devils, right?
Yeah. That's good. Good. 6 as a player.
And 6 as a player. So he's got 7?
No, he's got 9.
9?
9 total.
9 total.
6 as a player.
Oh, with the Kings, too. Was he with the Kings when they went?
Oh, let's see here. No. So here it says he won 2 with the Devils.
Yeah.
1 as an assistant coach, 1 as a head coach. Says he won 6 cups with the Montreal Canadiens. So where's the third one? Oh, 1 part of management.
Of the
Devils.
Okay. So 3 with the Devils.
Or was it Dallas?
I don't know.
No. I'm confusing him with Bob Gainey, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to touch any of those Gretzky records, it's going to be Connor.
David Welder says Nolan Ryan's career strikeouts, Rip City Step, Joey Chestnut, hot dogs. Yeah. Ty Domi's 333 career fights. Is he the leading in that department?
What is my boy Dennis Bonvie? He has like 2 months in the worth of penalty minutes in the American League, something like that.
This one says, are we doing unbreakable records for Mex? Because Wilt 48.5 minutes per game is never going to be broken. That's a good point. Who's going to play that much? Do you think Celebrini can catch some records?
It's tough right now because it's tough for everyone. Leon had Draisaitl. Although Draisaitl didn't really come into his own, it took him a while.
Yeah.
Right? Celebrini doesn't have the duo yet. Really.
No, not yet.
That's what San Jose has to try to find. I mean, it was going to be interesting if they weren't as good as they were this year and where they would fall. What would be crazy is if it actually worked out and they got Schaefer. That would have been absolute. There was, that's the young MacKinnon McCart.
Yeah,
right?
That's the duo.
That's the duo.
Well, and he's breaking records or putting his name in the history books as an 18-year-old defenseman doing this, rookie defenseman doing that, and goals, over 20 goals for him. Like,
well, what about Bush? I mean, Bush, you talk on them in the playoffs, and his numbers reflect some of the greatest playoff performances from Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Bobby Orr, baby.
Yeah,
no, it's true, man.
True enough. Well, for Oilers defenseman, he's the only... Oilers defenseman to have 2 seasons with 70 or more points, or back-to-back seasons with 70-plus points? He's close to 20 goals as well.
Yeah, Bush deserves some love, man. He's been really good as of late. And like you said, Joaquin, he's an absolute beast. Lots of good messages coming in about records. We'll continue to go through those throughout the show. The afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino, and they're proud to present Unified MMA U68 on Friday, March 27th. The event gets going at 7 o'clock. Tickets are on sale. You just have to go to River Cree, Ticketmaster, box office, and the tickets are $89.25. That's the starting price for them. Unified MMA U68 Friday, March 27th. Hour 2 coming up here. We'll continue to discuss these records. We'll do some Noticias. We'll have the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. And Sam Nessler from DLLS Stars joins us to tee up Oilers Stars that goes tomorrow. Keep the messages coming. Slam that thumbs up for us. Let's get to 100. Hour 2 on the other side of the break.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Bouchard is such an interesting player because then you also see him in the playoffs and he plays a little more physical. He plays a little meaner. He might be the best defenseman in the league with the puck on his stick, quite frankly. Hughes and Makar can transport it better. Sometimes I think you have to focus on what a player can do as much as what he can't do. He does a lot to help the Edmonton Oilers. Some people are just never going to be happy.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff like face-off fried pickles and steins of Bud Light. Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
In baseball, Canada leads Cuba 1-0. Top of the fourth, Tyler O'Neill with that run. Canada must win today to clinch a spot in the quarterfinals. And a pair of games in the NHL, the Habs and Senators meet from the nation's capital. Elsewhere, the Capitals and Flyers battle, both teams fighting for a better spot in the Metropolitan Division. Philly, 2 points back of Washington with 2 games in hand. From Utah, Nick Schmaltz has signed an 8x8 contract extension worth $64 million total to stay with the Mammoth. The 30-year-old has 24 goals, 59 points in 65 games played this season. Staying down south, NFL Network reporting that that 28-year-old Daniel Jones will make history, signing the largest 2-year deal in league history, inking an $88 million contract extension with the Colts. And coming from the Cardinals, they've officially announced that they will be releasing Kyler Murray. Court level, 6 games in the association. Raptors butting heads with the Pelicans down in Louisiana following a loss to Houston last night. The Rockets are in action tonight, tipping off with the Nuggets, while the Clippers and Timberwolves close out the night. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 2 of EST Afternoon starts right now.
I'm your huckleberry.
It's hour 2 here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas here with you. Reminder at 3 o'clock, it's the Reed Wilkins Show with Reed Wilkins and Jay Milne. Tomorrow, Tom Gazzola will be on location for the pregame and postgame shows at Westgate BP's. And on Friday, he's down at the Ice House for the pre- and post-game shows as well. So go join in on the fun. Tom Gazzola will be on location all over the Oilers' next 2 games. Dallas tomorrow, St. Louis on Friday as we roll into the weekend. And then Sunday, the Oilers return home to host the Nashville Predators. Like always, hit us up on the River Cree box, 780-218-9999. Nasty chat and thumbs up. This one came into the inbox, Joaquin. Good afternoon, fellas. From our good buddy Guy. Just wrapped up the Old Kings hockey hooky game with about 17,000 in attendance. I'm wondering, what's the biggest crowd Joaquin Gage played in front of during his WHL career?
Oh, in the WHL. It was probably at the I don't know what it was called, where the Kraken play now.
Okay.
When we played the Thunderbirds, because they had two rinks. They had a smaller one and a bigger one. And so, actually, it would have been, probably the Tacoma Dome. So we played in the Tacoma Dome, but it wasn't meant for hockey. Like the fans would be far away and stuff. It was really weird. And I think we might have had 15 or 16,000. I mean, Portland was no slouch. Like we were the old Rose Garden, or no, it wasn't it was the Glass Palace right next to the Rose Garden. I think we could get like 12 in there, 11 or 12. And that year, both my years, we averaged like 98. Yeah. So it was full every night for junior.
Well, it's funny because I was leaving downtown and it was full of yellow buses. I'm like, oh, it's the Oil Kings hockey hook.
Yeah.
Oh, it was packed. Yeah.
That's great.
Good times. Well, Guy, did you? Let me see.
I'm trying. Yeah, it probably would have been. I think it would be the Tacoma Dome.
The Tacoma Dome,
which I think they became the Kelowna Rockets. They moved up to.
Big win for the Old Kings, 6-1.
Nice.
I think it was over the Wild, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lucas Sachin had 3 points, a couple multi-point games for a few other players as well. Pretty good sight.
Interesting. Should we do some Noticias, boys?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Este es su noticiero.
Like mentioned, Bam Adebayo with the record, second highest scoring game in NBA history with 83 points. A lot of people don't want to give him credit, Joaquin, and I'll tell you why. He had 43 free throw attempts. He made 36 of them.
Holy smokes.
How is that even possible, Joaquin? 43 free throw attempts. Does that put an asterisk for you on his number on that night?
Not for me.
It's not his fault.
Still got to hit him, right?
You still got to hit him, and you're not the one making the call.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I saw a lot online. A lot of people kind of want to discredit this kind of.
Really?
Yeah, because they're like, well, he went to the line 43 times. And I'm like, well, I mean, if you're a bad free throw shooter.
Free throw?
Free throw? Free throw? If you're a bad free throw shooter, I mean, what if he went like half, right? 50%.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have this record. So, I don't know. I think it's fine. I'm just blown away by how many attempts he got at the line. Maybe that's a record, Goob. It might. Hold on. I'm just trying to look that up. Rip City Stepple. No, he's a big NBA guy.
Trying to find. Oh, so yeah, they had about 15,000 in the Tacoma Dome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No longer around Tacoma Dome?
I don't know if it is. It's funny. I'm looking at some of the names. Jeff Calvert, Michael Sikora played there.
Adebayo, yeah, it says free throws attempted. 43 is the record. Dwight Howard held it before with 39. Did that back in 2013 with the Lakers, and then also 2012 with the Magic.
All right.
Not made, just attempted.
So, a couple of records.
Basketball Reference.
Doug Dad says any player with an empty net goal point in it has an asterisk.
Well, that's why Brett Hull, I don't think he has many empty netters, right?
Okay.
And he always gave it to Gretz because Gretz has a bunch of them. Like I think he had like 20. And then as Hull was giving him the gears about it, Gretz goes, "Well, be good enough to be put out in the last 2 minutes. Maybe you would have had some."
Oh, man. Free throws. Yeah, good on him, man. That's a cool little story. How about the Baltimore Ravens? They canceled the blockbuster trade for Max Crosby, stating it's due to not passing his physical.
Oh.
Now, every team's physicals are different.
Yeah.
They grade them different. And then they go and sign free agent defensive end from the Bengals, Trey Hendrickson. A little bit of shade being thrown at the Ravens for this move, but I don't know. I mean, I think they knew Crosby might have some issues there, but what do you make of this, Joaquin? We're backing out on a blockbuster and then flipping the script and grabbing another top end defensive.
I wonder what the reason was.
According to them, it's he didn't pass his physical.
Is that prior injuries, or it's got to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what's wrong.
And what sucks is, so the Raiders started spending money.
Mm-hmm.
But now the trade didn't go, or whatever, right? It didn't go through. So is that going to affect how they do business? According to them, no, because nothing's been official, right? So very interesting. Even Maddie was like, I feel some bad juju coming the Ravens' way for this move. You'll never know, right? Canada, what's the score in the Canada game against Cuba?
Yeah, let's check it out here. Midway through the fourth, Canada still with a 1-0 lead over Cuba, and it will be Cuba to take the plate next.
Nice.
Tyler O'Neill with the run for Canada in the game, too. Put them on top.
So Canada just needs a win to advance, Joaquin.
Yeah.
That's it.
And they'll clinch first seed in Pool A if they win as well. But that's less important.
How about yesterday, boys? Italy in the World Baseball Classic beats the United States. So check this out. Italy's top 5 hitters last night went 0 for 22. And they still beat the United States. Yeah. So now Team USA has to watch and wait and is hoping for an Italy win over Mexico or a high-scoring game that will let the U.S. advance on runs allowed.
I got to say, I played in Italy, and I've been around Italy, the north. Not once did I see a ball diamond.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't tune into this game, but I was shocked when I saw they lost to Italy. But hey, good for our paisans. Tommy's happy.
Oh, gosh.
Maddie's happy.
They're just basking in their glory right now.
At the Italian Center, they're all celebrating.
That's why I made pasta today.
Exactly. So I guess we're cheering for, what do we need again? I think we need, I think it comes down to runs. Because let's see here. Yeah, okay, we don't need an Italy win because then, yeah, you need a close game. I think it's under 5 runs for Mexico or something like that. So,
it's 4 or something.
So go Mexico, but only score like 3 runs. And the Americans would be out. And lastly, Joaquin, the Utah Mammoth signed forward Nick Schmaltz, who's 30 years old, to an 8-year deal today, extension worth $8 million.
Whoa.
Yeah. Takes him up to 38 years old.
Yikes.
Don't get me wrong. He's having a good season. But again, these GMs not doing themselves many favors.
Well, are we seeing a switch?
We might.
Because when I remember when I came into like my first few years in the league, most of the superstars or the good players were in their 30s and stuff like that. Like they were late 20s.
Yeah.
Then played longer. Then you saw a change, a huge change, and it got a lot younger all of a sudden. I think with the rule change and everything, the game got faster. But now, I think guys are just taking care of themselves so much better. Like the 35-year-old guy that played in the American League, there was a lot of miles on that body.
Yeah,
a lot of miles on that liver too. And so I think they're just taking better care and able to play longer.
Like 35 now in the NHL is like there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Where before it was like you're
it's still productive though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Playing key roles.
So maybe you're seeing That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because they actually they introduced a veteran rule in the American League because guys were just playing. They were good players, but they played a long time, and they were affiliated with NHL teams, and NHL teams wanted their young guys to develop. But then, to win games, you played your experienced guys, right? So now I think I hit the limit within the first few years. Like I was considered a veteran pretty early. Like once you hit 150 games or something like that, or whatever it was, you were considered a veteran. And so then there's less spots for you, right?
Yeah.
And we did have the IHL. That was different, but they tried to compete against the NHL. That didn't work.
Crazy. So, and good for Nick Schmaltz. I mean, he's having a good season. That team looks like they're going to be heading to the playoffs. We'll see. I mean, there's probably 4 or 5 good years still left of Nick Schmaltz, and then who knows what happens towards the tail end of that deal. But good on him at 30 years old to get an 8-year deal. And yeah, a lot of people sending in need Mexico to win with 4 or less runs scored.
Yeah.
So let's go. We'll see what Italy can do there. Hopefully keep him at that number. And the Americans will be out. Coming up next, we will head down south and talk to Sam Nestler from DLLS Stars. We'll tee up tomorrow's game nice and early here on EST Afternoons. Portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brewhouse. Get lucky at the Canadian Brewhouse this St. Patrick's Day, March 13th to the 17th. Enter to win a trip for 2 to Ireland and celebrate with green beer, Guinness, and Jameson shots. Don't miss the party at the Canadian Brewhouse. We're back after a quick break here. Here's Coob with your sports update.
End of the 4th inning. Canada has a 1-0 lead over Cuba. Canada coming back to the plate. Tyler O'Neill with the run in the game for Canada, and they must win to clinch a spot in the World Baseball Classic quarter-final. Pair of games in the NHL tonight. The Habs and Senators meet from Ottawa. Elsewhere, the Capitals and Flyers battle. Philly 2 points back of Washington with 2 games in hand. In Utah, Nick Schmaltz has signed an 8x8 contract extension, $64 million total to stay with the Mammoth. Meanwhile, the NFL Network has reported that Daniel Jones will make history, signing the largest 2-year contract in league history, inking an $88 million contract extension with the Colts. And from Arizona, the Cardinals making it official that they will be releasing Kyler Murray. To the association, 6 games on tap. Raptors butting heads with the Pelicans down in Louisiana following a loss to Houston last night. The Rockets also play, tipping off with the Nuggets, while the Clippers and T-Wolves close out the night. Overseas, Edmonton's Alphonso Davies has sustained another injury, tearing a muscle in his thigh, which forced him to leave Bayern Munich's game against Atalanta yesterday. No timeline for his return. Sam Nestler from DLLS Sports checks in next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value, around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Spring. Ready to start your spring organizing? Create space in your garage, closets, and basement with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Multi-platinum country superstars High Valley return to the River Cree Resort and Casino March 21st. Don't miss High Valley's signature fusion of contemporary country and traditional bluegrass. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Edmonton, be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
We're back here on EST Afternoons on this Wednesday afternoon. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, here with you, having some fun. You're off Friday, my friend.
Yes, I am.
Gonna miss you.
I made you something to eat today.
No, that was good.
Yeah.
You made some. Was that spaghetti or
spaghettini?
How do you say?
Spaghettini.
Spaghettini. Yeah. It's good stuff. I made pasta the other day. It was really good. I made the little bow ties. I love those.
Oh, bow tie pasta.
Yeah.
My mother always used to make bow tie pasta with chicken livers. Do you like chicken livers?
I think
You ever eat chicken livers?
I don't think I've had chicken.
I used to eat chicken liver all the time. Most people find it really disgusting.
Yeah.
But whatever. Gosh.
68 thumbs up, 32 away from 100. Let's get there. Come on. We got about 33 minutes. So, and we're just waiting to connect with Sam Nessler here from DLLS Stars. Tee up tomorrow's game just a little early. We give Joaquin the opportunity to talk to someone out of Dallas. Very interesting team. So, yes, slam that thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't done so as well. We want to hit 15K. That's the goal as we roll into springtime and in the summertime. So, please, please, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up. And if you want to follow us later, if you're going for a walk or a workout, you want to listen to some sports talk, Edmonton Sports Talk on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts, just find the show, hit follow, and give it a roll. And you won't be disappointed. Chris says chicken hearts are the best.
Yeah. I don't think I've had... I think Canada's doing well.
Yeah, someone's clapping.
Some clapping.
All right.
From the third base coach, Matthew
2-0.
Who's nervous? All right, that's good news. Are we good to roll here, Coop?
That we are.
Okay, perfect. And like always, our guests are all brought to you by Old Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's a game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. And with that, we bring in our friend of the show, Sam Nessler from DLLS Stars. I think it's the first time this season we've spoken to him, but looking forward to the conversation. Sam, how are you doing today?
Fantastic. Always a good time when I get to talk to you boys. How you doing up there?
Oh, we're doing good. Riding high after the Oilers' big win in Colorado. Now they go on to Dallas. So that's why I wanted to chat with you a day earlier, because I know game days can be a little hectic for sure. But I want to start here, Sam. Glenn Gulutzan, a guy that we had here in Edmonton for many, many years. The players loved him. He survived so many coaching changes. He goes on to Dallas. Can you just talk about the impact that he's brought to this team?
Yeah, he's been great. I think, systems-wise and on the ice, there's been some changes that have had a noticeable effect. The way they play in the defensive zone has been a little better. They've been able to help out their goalies a little more with that. But I think the impact from Gulutzan, as you guys probably well know, comes off the ice in a bigger way, right? He's such a great guy, great communicator. I don't know if he's a player's coach, but he's way more of that than Pete DeBoer was here. And I think it's brought a little bit of a fresh start to this group where For us, for example, they had a golf tournament right before the tournament started or the season started, and Glenn Goalton came over and talked to some of me and the other reporters off the record for 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. That's never happened in my career with any of the coaches that I've covered, and that's just so unheard of. And it's just the way he is, and that's been the way he's been all year, right? He's happy to pull you aside after an interview and say, here's what off the record, what happened in that situation or whatever it might be. And that there's no reason to believe that's not how he is in the room as well. And players have just loved him. He's really honest. He's good at communicating with the players, especially when you have someone who's maybe scratched for a little while. He's good at going and reaching out to them and saying, here's what you need to do, or here's what you're doing and why you're not playing. We have too many guys, whatever it is. He's just really honest. And that's been a big breath of fresh air for us specifically, and then for the players as well. And then, as I mentioned, on the ice, he's given them more ability to play hockey. And that sounds really silly, but under Pete DeBoer, everything was really, really rigid. They played this way. You go behind your net on a breakout. Here's your 3 reads. This is exactly what you do in each scenario. Whereas under Glenn Goalton, they're just kind of playing hockey. They're letting them make plays. They're letting them react a little bit. They're letting them just be hockey players. And I think that freedom has allowed them to play a lot of different ways. And as you guys are seeing, it's allowing them to win a lot of different ways too. So I think it's just been a great first year for him, and a good way to jump right in after what a lot of fans, when he got hired, a lot of fans think, wait, we're bringing this guy back? Wasn't the team awful? Weren't they bankrupt? Well, yeah, the team was awful, but it wasn't because of Glenn Goalton back then.
Sam, obviously what's most impressive, Sagan's out for the season now. You have Faxa injured, Rantanen's on the IR, Rupe Hintz out. How are they still managing these wins without these key players in the lineup?
Yeah, different ways, right? That's the different ways that I was talking about. That I'd love to just say, Jason Robertson has just taken over and without Mikko Rantanen, and that's the reason, or Matt Duchene has been on another planet. But really, if you look at it, through some of the streak here, they have points in 13 straight. They've won 12 of those 13. Through that stretch, there's been a little bit of where Jason Robertson had an incredible 2 games in a row, or Wyatt Johnston scoring on the power play. But really, it's been everyone else. I mean, you look at the game yesterday, they get a big goal from Oscar Beck, to kind of put them in a good spot. They get a goal from Colin Blackwell. They get a goal from Nathan Bastian, had 3 goals in 5 games. Justin Ritzkovian, the rookie that's become a fan favorite down here, has found his scoring. Maverick Bourque has taken it to another level. They're really, truly winning as a team, and it's such a cliche, but it's the only way you survive what they're doing, because they're not just missing a few guys. You just mentioned it. Mikko Rantanen is the heartbeat of this team. He is their superstar. He's their leading scorer. He's their big power play producer. Missing him, then you're missing your 3 centers, right? You're missing Tyler Seguin, was your best faceoff guy. Rupe Hintz is your second best faceoff guy and a huge part of your power play. He kills penalties. He's got the speed. And then Radek Faksa, while it may not seem like it's as big of a miss, he's your 4th center who wins a ton of faceoffs. He's a huge part of your penalty kill. He's a big physical body to play against. So you're missing not just 3 guys, but 3 guys down the middle of your lineup. And for Dallas, that's been their strength for so long, right? When you look at this team, it's always about their depth, because they have such depth, but it's always about the center specifically, because it's whoever they line up. I personally wouldn't trade any 4 centers for who they've had this season when they're healthy. And that's been a credit to the guys I just mentioned to step up and find other ways to win. And it's not always been pretty, right? They've had to hold off 3-goal comebacks by Vegas, or they've had to find a way to score a goal late to save a game that they maybe should have won. The Colorado game is a perfect example where they really should have won 13 games in a row right now, but they can't score into an empty net in the last minute, and they end up losing the shootout to Colorado to mess up the streak. They're just finding ways to do it. And I go back one more time to the goaltending, because the goalies haven't been amazing, right? Jake Ottinger is like a sub 900, I think, save percentage on the season. But in the moments they've needed them, they've made the saves. And I'm talking Casey DeSmith and Jake Ottinger both. And I just think they're finding a way to win as a team. And the culture in the room is probably the strongest I've ever seen covering this team.
Sam Nestler from DLL Stars joins us here on EST Afternoons. Trade deadline went last Friday. A couple additions for the Dallas Stars and Michael Bunting and Tyler Myers. I know it's only been 2 games, Sam, but how are they fitting in?
It's a good fit. I think it's a simple fit, because it's not, you didn't have to overhaul anything. And I know Jim Nill and Goldson made it a point. They didn't want to trade anyone away. And that's not just them blowing smoke up the players. That's a true fact. These players have earned the right to be in the lineup and have a chance to make a play. I think if you went back, to December, Maverick Bourque was probably getting traded. And that's just my opinion. But I think he was one of those guys who's got a ton of trade value because he has such a high ceiling, but he just hasn't been able to find it in Dallas. Maybe it's just a fresh start. Now all of a sudden he's your top six. Maybe he's the top line kind of guy for this team. So the way that those players, Nils Lundkvist is another example, the way they were able to step up a little bit really changed, I think, how Dallas looked at this trade deadline. And they looked at it as, you know what, we don't need an overhaul of totally new faces. We just need a couple of character guys to add to our depth. And on top of that, they didn't have any money or assets to use. So they couldn't go get Rasmus Anderson. They couldn't afford Nazem Kadri. They couldn't get the guys that maybe would have fit in and were a little more of the high value targets. So I think it was great work by Nil. He basically gave away nothing, right? He gave away a second. I think it was a second and a fourth, and then something like a third. I can't remember the exact pick. But no first round picks given away because they only have one in the next, I think, 4 years. So you got to hold on to one of those. They didn't have to give up a big prospect. They didn't have to give up a roster player. And you went out and you got someone who I think the key for those two players is they have the ability to play up the lineup. They may not be your answer. Michael Bunting might not be your top line left winger with Rantanen and Johnston, but he also could be, right? He's been able to do that in the past. He has a little more offensive edge to be able to score 15 to 20, whereas some of the other guys like Sam Steele or those players are more in the 10 to 12, maybe 8 range. So he adds a little more offense and he can do that. And if not, great. He fits in perfectly on a third line, and he's a great role player. I love the way he plays. I'm a big old school guy of get in their face, give him a couple whacks to the shins, and he's already done that. He's done that multiple times. Last night he was all over the place in that win last night. So I think that's the key. And then on the back end, you go out and you get yourself another big tree, as Jim Nill calls it, where now they have. I mean, they're lining up right now Liam Bichel and Tyler Myers as their third pairing. That is 6'7" and 6'8" on your third pairing, and then they are all of that. They might be even more than that standing next to him in the locker room. They might be closer to 7 feet. I don't know, but they have the reach and the length and the size, and Dallas misses that a little bit when they get deep in the playoffs. When they faced Edmonton last year, they got pushed around a little bit because they didn't have that size and physicality, and just the ability to say, you know what, Connor McDavid, you're going to have to come through these massive reaches from our defensemen if you're going to want to do what you want to do. So I think it was good work. I think it was simple, not a huge splash, but I don't think they needed a huge splash. They really believe in the group they have right now.
Sam, both franchises are rich in playoff history with battles. The Oilers getting the better the last few seasons, but now you have Gullickson, you have David Pelche there that also worked with the Edmonton Oilers. Is this a game that the Dallas Stars have kind of circled on the calendar to kind of send a message and if it does happen again, they're going to kind of let them know that things will be different this time?
I think so. I think this whole stretch for Dallas has been circled on the calendar. And Glenn Goldson even said when they played Colorado on Friday on the trade deadline day, they played Colorado's second game of the year. That was their only other time playing them until this last game. Goldson said he had it circled from that moment on because they didn't play a great game. They got outskated in Colorado. They found a way to win. But he said, we want to prove that we're better than that. And the same goes for Edmonton. The same goes for Minnesota. I mean, the Stars are pretty much guaranteed to play the Wild in the first round. So the game when they play Minnesota over here in the next couple times, that's like, hey, this is game 0.5 before game 1. Let's prove it. But all roads lead to the Colorados and the Edmontons of the world. That's just the way it's going to be. So I think for Dallas, come out and show. The key for them right now is they're missing all the players that you guys talked about, right? So when they came out and they really were the better team against Colorado on Friday. They just couldn't find a way to clinch the empty netter. Otherwise, it's a statement win without those guys, right? So if they come out tomorrow and they beat Edmonton 5-2, or they dominate 5-on-5 and they beat them 4-3, whatever the score is, if they're in the game and they're a team that's competing for 60 minutes, it's a statement because they're missing 3 of their best players. And really, Mikko Rantanen, as you guys know, a player that can take over a game. When you're missing that part of your game, you have to find other ways to win, other guys to step up. So I think come out, not only have a statement game, even if you lose the game, by a goal, have a really good game where you're competing and it's a tight game like it was against Vegas yesterday. And then on top of that, I think they have a chance here to show Edmonton we're not getting pushed around anymore. And I'll tell you guys, Glenn Gulutzan preached from day 1 degree more physicality from everyone in this room. And I love that, but it was a lot of words, right? You don't know what it's going to look like. You don't know if that's really going to be visible in the actual game. It is visible. They are all over teams. They do not take crap from anyone anymore. If somebody runs into their goalie, they're all over them. They're getting in the face. They back each other up. There's a little more of that scrappiness after the whistle. That's important. Like, there's a reason why that's part of hockey and has been for so long. And they've been missing that for such a long time. And you go back to the Edmonton series and, the slashes on hints and things like that, that just didn't bring any sort of response. That's not this team anymore. So I expect them to come out and be a heavy, heavy team to play against tomorrow. And I can't wait to watch the game. I really can't.
Sam, one last one for you. One of our listeners just sent in saying he blames Bill Guerin for the tear that Jason Robertson's on. 34 goals. Wyatt Johnson had 34 goals. Dallas Stars are going to have 2 40-goal scorers here. Can you just talk about these two players and just, I'm not going to say a bounce back, but they're just having a great season right now.
Yeah, the good news for Wyatt is, he's not just doing on the power play anymore. As funny as that sounds to kind of pick and choose at what he was doing, he was scoring a ton of goals, but he was on the power play almost exclusively throughout the beginning of the season. Now he's finding a way to score 5-on-5, and he's just such a smart player. I think that's his biggest attribute is the way he reads the game. He's 3 or 4 steps ahead of half the people on the ice because he knows what he wants to do with the puck when it gets to him, what he wants to do right after he makes that pass, after it gets to him. It's just crazy to see how far he thinks the game. And Jason Robertson, when I just mentioned the 1 degree that Gulutzan was preaching, I don't know if I've seen anyone take that on more than Jason Robertson, because I don't know if it was in his head that the Olympics were there and he knew he had to show Bill Guerin and the staff that he had that little bit of extra edge, because clearly just scoring goals, it doesn't get you on there, right? It didn't get him on the team at Four Nations. And it didn't work, right? He didn't end up on the team. It worked out. They won gold. But Robertson took it on himself to play an even better style of hockey, right? He's not just scoring at a ridiculous pace. He also is playing a little more physical. He's winning a few more battles. He's in that area a little bit around the net a little bit more. And it sounds really simple, but it's kind of changed the way that people look at his game where, I think I don't know if it was last night or the game before that, he's out there in the final minute killing off when they have a lead. When do you ever think Jason Robertson was going to be the guy that you put out there for a minute 10 to defend a 1-goal lead? But they trust him in all aspects of the game right now. And I think maybe not as much now, but a couple weeks ago, I thought he might have hit a 50. And they haven't had a 50-goal scorer since the guy who has a statue out front, Mike Minato. So it's just unbelievable to see the skill they have. And I've been really impressed with the other aspects of their game that they've added.
Sam, should be a doozy tomorrow, 6 o'clock Mountain Time here for Oilers Stars. Enjoy the game, my friend, and I'm sure we'll chat again.
All right, boys. Thanks for having me on.
All right, that's Sam Nassler from DLLS Stars joining us here to tee up that game. And, yeah, that team is I didn't know why Johnson had 34 goals. I'm not going to lie. You always saw him on the score sheet, but when you look at it, 2 40-goal scorers, Rupe Hintz at 44 points. Where's our boy Mikko Rantanen at 69, who's out. Miro Heiskanen fourth in the team in scoring. That's a good team over there. So, good for Glenn Gulutzan and Pelche's there too. Yeah. Good on them. They got that team rolling. And, those guys were here in Edmonton. I think they know what they have some inside info for sure for their boys down in Dallas.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear him talk about the differences in coaching philosophies too with DeBoer.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why DeBoer hasn't found work yet, And one of the reasons why Connor and Leon loved Glenn Gulutzan so much, just go play, guys. Just go. So there's always a happy medium I find with coaches, that sometimes you do need the strict, regimented guy, and then there's times when you still need the structure, but sometimes it's good to have the guy with the pom-poms a little bit, or that communicator a little bit more, to just let you know where you stand too. So sometimes with the old school ways of thinking, it's good because it does keep guys on edge and keeps them that way. But I'm the type of person, I always wanted to know where I stood with the guy.
Yeah.
Right? Like I hated guessing. You know,
exactly.
The coach is looking at me. Does he hate me? Does he love me? I don't know.
Just a little communication goes a long way. I can see that for sure. The afternoon inbox presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their happy hour. It's $5.25 drinks, all beers, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine served at Tap 25, Center Bar, Onyx, and on the casino floor. One more segment to go. We got the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. We want to get to 100 thumbs. We're just over 70. Let's slam those here in the last 10 minutes of the show. Back with the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay and this day and all that fun stuff here on EST Afternoons.
Canada leads Cuba 2 on top of the 6. Canada must win to clinch a spot in the World Baseball Classic quarterfinal. Tyler O'Neill and Abraham Toro each recording a run for the red and white. Paralympic action. Canada's mixed curling squad leads Slovakia 6-4 in the 6th end. Canada with hammer, and they led 6-0 after the second. So 4 straight points there for the Slovaks. A pair of games in the NHL tonight. Habs and Senators meet from Ottawa. Elsewhere, the Capitals and Flyers battle. Philly 2 points back. Washington with 2 games in hand. From Utah, Nick Schmaltz. He's inked an 8-year, $64 million contract to stay with the Mammoth. Meanwhile, the NFL Network has reported that Daniel Jones will make history to sign the largest 2-year deal in league history, signing an $88 million extension with the Colts. To the association, 6 games on tap. The Raptors butt heads with the Pelicans down in Louisiana following a loss to Houston yesterday. And overseas, Edmonton's Alphonso Davies has sustained another injury, tearing a muscle in his thigh, which forced him to leave Bayern Munich's game against Atalanta yesterday. No timeline set for his return. The final segment of EST Afternoons brings us back following the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Final segment here on EST Afternoons. We'll have about 6 minutes here, so we'll get right to it. To Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. Yesterday, we missed only one out of 3. Which one?
I'll do.
The intro.
Let's go.
The intro.
Let's do it, no delay. Let's take a risk today. No sense being safe. We need a huge
Wouldn't want to waste that one. AI worked really hard on that.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, yeah, the Oilers cover. They won. We needed that damn empty netter.
Connor McDavid. What a loser.
Screwed us. And then Buffalo scores 6 goals. Tage Thompson doesn't get a point. So
another loser.
All right, boys. Where do you want to go today?
Well, I'm really going out there, boys.
Oh.
I'm going to the International Call of Duty League tonight, Stage 2 major qualifiers. I'm going with Cloud9 New York to win.
Yeah, Cloud9 against, do you know who they're playing there?
Toronto KOI.
Toronto KOI. Yeah, I totally know what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I put Cloud9 New York to win.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Cloud9. Yeah, that's a big, big in-game clan, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Like they used to have the FaZe clan and stuff. That actually fell apart recently. But pick for me, I'm going to go to the Capitals-Flyers game, I think. Ryan Leonard, 3-game point streak for him. He only has 4 points in his last 15 games, but he's rolling hot. 2 goals, 1 assist in his last 3. Of course, getting on the board in 3 straight. He's going to pick up a point today against the Flyers. And of note, Capitals and Flyers since 2023-24, 7 wins in 8 games for the Capitals.
You never learn, Coop, eh? You keep picking guys on hot streaks, and they keep letting you down.
Don't listen to him, Coop.
Okay, I'm really liking these bets now that we've learned more. I'm going to go to the Ottawa-Montreal game. Both teams to score 2. Is that cool?
Yeah. Why do you say that?
I don't know.
You gotta, like, did you hear me about the Call of Duty thing? Do you think I play Call of Duty?
So what are they, what's going on in that? I don't know.
So it's a virtual, they're playing Call of Duty against one another.
Electronic sports, baby, esports. I think that's what it means.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, just ask Benny. He used to play esports
Chell.
NHL. Yeah. Big Chell guy.
Oh, I don't think Maddie's happy.
Oh, boy.
No, I think they creep back.
All right. The Skrill Let's Do a parlay for inside the numbers for Play Alberta is Cloud9 New York to win. Leonard Point sends Habs, both teams to score 2 goals. Who's riding?
Don't let me down, Lenny.
Let's go. And Coop has his own bet up as well. What is it, Coop?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Coop-tastic special. So if you go to Play Alberta, you can see EST specials on the quick links on the sidebar, at least from a desktop device that I'm viewing on. You click show more and it's right there. So Montreal Canadiens to win. Yeah. Montreal Canadiens to win against the Senators, 7+ total goals in that game, plus Washington to beat the Flyers, both of those games to win money line. So Washington and Montreal, and 7+ goals in the Montreal Senators game there, plus 740 right now on Play Alberta. Might have done a bit of a sprinkle there for myself. Last 7 games, the Habs have won 5 of the last 7, against Ottawa. And as I mentioned, 7 wins in 8 games for the Capitals against the Flyers in their last 8 meetings, and at least 6 goals in the last 6 games between Ottawa and Montreal. So there we go.
Wow.
There you go. EST.
Showed his work.
EST. 23 years ago on this day, Joaquin, the Edmonton Oilers acquired Brad Ispister and Rafi Torres from the Islanders for Yanni Nienema and a 2nd-round pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, good trade because Rafi Torres is a good Oiler.
Isbester.
Yeah.
From the factory.
Also that year, Joaquin, the Edmonton Oilers acquired Corey Cross and Radek Dvorak from the Rangers for Anson Carter and Alish Pisa.
Really?
Yeah. On this day in 2004, Todd Bertuzzi of the Canucks was suspended by the NHL for hitting Steve Moore.
It wasn't so much the punch, it was the follow through.
Well, the stick to the head, and then he drove him into the ice.
Oh, he punched him, and then he drove his face.
It was a punch, yeah.
You're thinking of Brashear.
Brashear. Yeah, to McSorley to Brashear. Yeah.
Brashear to McSorley to Brashear.
On this day in 1989, the reality crime show Cops debuted.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna
Remember
do?
that? It was just awful.
But it was awesome.
Oh, it was great.
It was one of our first exposures into reality TV.
Yeah. You couldn't, well, the thing, you couldn't believe, like, there was the people, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, is this real? This can't be real.
Oh, it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Fun show. Big shout out to Sam Nasser from DLLS Sports for joining us here to tee up tomorrow's game between the Oilers and Stars. Tomorrow, we got the Red Light District, and we'll get you set, of course, for Oilers Stars here on EST Afternoons, Joaquin off Friday. So I'll be riding with my good buddy here, Coob, on Friday, and a few surprises as well. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, for listening. Thank you for the thumbs up. Like always, appreciate all the messages to the River Cree Box and the Nasty Chat. For Coop, Joaquin, I'm Hernan saying enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Go for some wings. It's Wing Wednesday. We'll chat tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. Reed Wilkins Show coming up next from 3 to 6. Chowders.